Hi friends, welcome to the Share Report. If you are new here, thank you so much for joining. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. And for those who are returning, thank you so much. Be sure to share this channel to get others on board. So with that being said, I wanted to do a follow-up video for my last video when I was talking about the law that was passed to do the study for eliminating property taxes. And a lot of you were very interested and left some comments. I did a short video on the Share Report Instagram page and on here, and some of you left very long comments. Some were like, oh, how can I get involved? I want to know more about this. And some of you were a little skeptical and just had questions. So I wanted to address two of them. One of them being about the roads, how we're going to pay for roads. So that's a legitimate question. So one thing I wanted to point out is that the federal government takes care of the interstates. And as far as the smaller roads and areas that have development areas, the developer actually pays for those roads. I actually was educated on this very recently. So for instance, say that there is the place down the road that's actually fully developed and they're wanting to, put houses and shops, etc. in this space. I'll use another example, for instance, Red Lobster, privately owned by a company. They actually paid for the turning lane to go into Red Lobster. So just to let you know, not every single dime from property taxes goes to the roads. So that's one thing that I wanted to mention to you, that the developer pays for the roads, even with the housing. And give you an example, sometimes they may have security guards up there because it's a private gated community. People can't just randomly go in and out. So that's an example of how our tax money is not always, our property tax money is not always going to roads. So I just wanted to let you know that, just to keep that in mind. Besides, they're raising the property taxes. My property taxes went up. Where is all that money going? And if they are paying for roads, how come there's a pothole down the street? I mean, what are they doing with this, with the money that they're raising, the taxes that they're raising? It makes no sense. Just because property value is going up doesn't mean that you have to raise your people's property taxes. What are you doing with it? So anyway, that was one thing that I wanted to mention. The second thing is people mentioning about schools. Some people, have different thoughts about that. Well, here in my county, the amount of money, I pay so much money in property taxes for schools, and I have never in my life given birth. I do not have children at all, and I pay so much money towards the school system, which is insane. So, and this has nothing to do with teachers or anything. My mom's a teacher. She's awesome. It's nothing to do with teachers. It has to do with people who are handling the money that we are giving them for teaching and for schools. So what I have found, someone had said this, that for per student in the county that I live in, it is twice as much money per student than it is for a higher end private school. Now, I went to a private school and I was homeschooled, so my mom paid. It is insane the amount of money going towards education. And people who have that send their kids to private school, they're paying double. They're paying their children to go to school and then plus paying through their property taxes. That's insane. So that money that people are paying double can definitely be cut back a whole lot. So that is something to keep in mind if you're part of the school board or something, or if you go to school board meetings. Definitely people need to back up the amount of money that is wasted on different school things. And I'm not like I said, I'm not talking about teachers or people that work for schools or anything, but just the programs and the money and the waste that goes into schools, like throwing away good desks. There were actually schools that were throwing away good desks because they got a new budget to spend more money. No, If the desks are good, keep it. Like the same thing with that we do when things are tight and we get a little extra money, we pay things off. We save the money. We're smart about the money. We don't just throw away good stuff because we have a whole new budget. So that's how it should be when it comes to taxes and when it comes to our government. There's so much waste that can be eliminated, but instead they want to soak people. So I just wanted to mention that. It's just two brief things. Like I said, I'm going to do another video to do a follow-up, some questions, but those are the two things that people mentioned was for the roads and schools. So hopefully this was good for you, and be sure to share this with others to get people thinking. It's an extremely good thing for everybody. I mean, no property taxes, like I said, you should not want to be chained up with taxes at all. I mean, it is a really good thing. If you buy your house and you don't have property taxes, you pay it off, it's yours. It is your house. So that is a good thing, to be free, to have extra money, to not have so many taxes, for our government to be more fiscally conservative with the money that you're giving to them and working hard for. So that's it, friends. Thanks so much for joining. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks.